I chose the wrong episode to take some shallow notes because I was feeling tired today. I just wasn't in the mood today. And I was like, you know what? Let me just write a key point and not really do my thorough notes like I normally do. But today was supposed to be the day because I still don't understand what the hell I just watched. I'm so confused, guys. I'm so confused. If you only watch my reviews and you don't watch the show, I implore you, please, the tears are still falling. Please go and watch this episode. You don't need to have the context. You don't need, go and watch this episode from start to finish and please tell me what the hell happened because I don't freaking know. What the hell was that? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Queenie, for those who don't know me, reviewing Love Island USA. Possibly the best season so far. Wow. Before I get into it, please make sure to like this video. Subscribe and hit the bell. Subscribe. I see you, unsubscribe. And leave a comment down below. Whoo, baby. Like I said, I didn't take my typical thorough notes, so I may miss some stuff. But even if I caught everything, I still think I would have missed some stuff because I don't understand what happened in this episode. So, because the guys, upon arrival, did not go and tell their women what happened on these dates, the Bombshells told the women what happened on the dates. And, well, they're not having the best reaction.
Did you guys kiss?
We did.
Both?
Who?
Both? Yeah?
Yeah.
Both?
But yeah, they both were very respectful. Like, that's what I appreciate them both. Like, they were very vocal about where they stood with you guys.
Well, they kissed both.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
And they went really well. It both went really well. Went really, really well.
Rob told this girl, you ain't got nothing to worry about. If she becomes a contender, then I'll talk to you about it, blah, 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 whatever. And on your first date, you're kissing her. On your first date, you are kissing her. I just want to go back to the first episode when I said this man ain't really feeling Leah like that. Because your first date, no, bro. Like, this man is actually unhinged. All the guys are unhinged for kissing these girls on the first date, but Rob in particular, nah, he was showing up and showing out this episode. The only guy who actually had the common decency to tell his woman before the other women did was Kendall, which is interesting because later on in the episode, Hannah says she feels like she's in the friend zone at this point, and I also believe that she is. But Kendall at least had the decency to tell her, hey, you're probably going to hear this. I kissed the girl. I like her. I want to explore that. Just want to give you a heads up before you hear it through the rumor mill. Thank you, Kendall. Good God. Even though I don't believe in Nicole's interest in Cordell, she's talking to Cordell, and I guess it's a cute conversation. He finally showed her the Nicole tattoo that he has on his arm. I forget what they actually spoke about, but I like to see this side of him that's a little bit more mature. He didn't seem so Cordell.
I feel like...
You got a full-ass sleeve.
Oh, yeah, you want to check it out?
That's it, Nicole.
Exactly. That's
Nicole and who? Nicole Howard?
This whole tribute was to my grandma that passed away. She told me once she passed away, she's going to get reincarnated as a blue butterfly.
I was listening, but I also was like kind of touching his body and looking at him.
I feel like Cordell has a lot of potential. He just needs to grow up a little bit. It's not his fault. He's only 21. What is he supposed to do? I think this process is going to teach him a lot about dating. And so far, I feel like he's already grown up a bit. I think he's maneuvering things a little bit better. He's not so easily excited. Even later on when Serena is doing whatever her madness is, he was chill about it, you know? And I'm like, yes, Cordell, come on now. Look at the maturity. We love it. So Aaron and Kaylor talk about his kiss on the date, and she already knows she can't really kick off like that because she did her madness when Connor came into the villa. And as soon as I wrote that down, she started crying.
I think that we're two completely different people.
Yeah, I think you two
Like-
are as well.
like-
I think she's very like level-headed and she's like very, I'm not gonna say screwed on, but I think she knows what she wants. So you wouldn't be sad. So if I pick her, then you're okay with that?
Yeah, obviously I want what's best for you, but it really fucking sucks. I feel like I'm always a broken record, like explaining
I'll
to you
say
how
it's a-
I feel all the time, but then I feel like I don't get it back.
I'd rather just keep the peace and not upset Kayla by not chasing after Andrea.
Kaylor says that she cries because she feels a lot of things for Aaron and she just likes him so much and whatever. That's all fair and fine. But girl, at any semblance of him exploring a connection with somebody else, you're gonna break out in tears? I don't know. There's something that's not quite right about that. It's only been a week and some change for y'all two. And you're already like this? And do we forget that she so quickly turned her head to another guy and then somehow found a way to victimize herself, being like, no, but I like you, Aaron. But I like you. Why are you doing this to me? I like you. Kaylor and Rob, they know how to utilize them tears. That's all I'm going to say, okay? So Kendall and Nicole, yeah, I wrote down, I think they just need to be together. I really like their chemistry, honestly.
I love movies, and I will go to the movies by myself on a Sunday.
When I was a kid, we would always go to movies on Sundays and
Just swoop
sneak
into
into
that
another
one.
one and do a double, and then he would fill up the large popcorn. We would spend all day in there. I think that's why I love movies, though.
Oh my God, I'm feeling this girl a little bit. Like, yeah, no.
No, I like that. I wasn't sure. You're hard to read.
Am I hard to read?
I got that little, like, schoolgirl nervous vibes. He surprises me.
With Hannah, she was always a placeholder. Let's be honest about that. So the fact that somebody came in who's a little bit more his speed, it makes sense that he's acting like this towards her. And then with Cordell, I'm still thinking, like, why is Nicole messing with this small boy outside of the potential that his brother might have been an influence for her? Listen, I'm not claiming this over her. I'm just saying it's a theory. Okay. I like these two. I really do. I like the banter that they have together. I like it's like the unspoken communication that they have. The physical connectivity is there. The eye contact is there. They just seem to understand each other. It's a good connection, man. I like it. I really do like it. So let's go to Rob. Rob tells Leah about the kiss. Leah was understanding about that. He commended her understanding nature and he's like, wow, you're so great. Like, you just get it. You're so great. And at the time she was like, yeah, I'm great. But then when she starts lamenting on it, she's like, you know what? I don't actually want to be understanding. My feelings are hurt. I am annoyed. And then you have Rob now talking to, what's her face? And the same guy who said Leah ain't got nothing to worry about, it looks like she has a lot to worry about.
I feel like I'm so nice and so chill that it like bites me in my ass.
Would you kiss me with this in my hair?
I would.
Okay.
Only because it's you. I just couldn't stop thinking about you, genuinely. Like, I just
Really?
couldn't. Yeah, I swear. He did kiss me too. Like, it just wasn't the same.
Okay. I just kind of like have a good feeling about us. I cannot stop looking at you.
This guy is all but telling her, pick me. If you get an opportunity to choose me, pick me. And Rob is actually the worst, but I'm so glad that he's acting this way because I feel vindicated. Because before I was like, there's no way I like Rob. There's no way. I knew in my heart I should not like Rob because what the heck? I was even confused in my own emotions. But now this Rob makes sense. He can we say he blatantly lied to Leah? He misled her. Let's go with that. Because he was like, as soon as she becomes a real contender, I will let you know. She's been a real contender at this point, and he has not let her know. Not explicitly, at least. He's still giving Leah the idea that she is the front runner. She has nothing to worry about, when in fact, he has never talked to Leah the way that he talks to Andrea. Yeah, the connection there is definitely palpable. I don't know why he just won't give Leah the heads up, because from this point on, actually from the kiss, no, from the time that he said, like, this is the most beautiful girl I've ever seen, that's when he should have clued Leah in that she is in trouble, okay? So Leah is downstairs, she's sulking, and Liv is like, honestly, your voice is annoying me right now. That's me interpreting. Your voice is annoying me right now. If you want to go interrupt, just go interrupt. And she does exactly that.
You guys are up here in soul ties talking for like 2 hours.
About
That
that.
is mean, Rob.
I know you. I know what we have, and I'm not just like ready to walk away from that at all. It's rare for me to like girls, especially off rip.
It's rare for me to like girls off rip, and you're sitting here like, I really like her. Nah, I don't think you have much to worry about. I would tell you. So off rip is crazy.
You've been calling me a con man for like a week.
Okay, no, I was fucking around calling you.
You say it's half true. She doesn't trust me. I felt invisible. It didn't matter what I said. Don't look at me, please.
Come here.
No, I can't right now. I don't know if you're right for me. I don't think you listen to me.
Okay.
And I think you cut me off often.
Okay.
And I feel like sexually, like, we don't really have a groove. I think I need some time. Just like to process everything.
2 things I want to say. Number 1, I knew her nagging, I guess you could say, her getting easily annoyed about certain things would get under his skin. And number 2, I knew that him telling her consistently, it's you and me, we're locked in, you have nothing to worry about, was eventually going to translate to her as a lie once another girl who really piqued his interest was in the picture. Because realistically, he didn't have to say all of that. He could have been telling her, I'm open to exploring any girl who comes into the villa, which he has said to everybody but Leah. She also could sense that there was a shift with him, and he made her feel like she was just drumming up ideas in her mind, when in fact that wasn't true. And then things go from bad to worse, because now he's pulling things out of his ass. And I swear, if I see some Rob sympathizers in the comments, because I know they're coming, oh, I'll have to restrain myself, because I know there's going to be people who are like, you guys just don't get him. Simping over a manipulator. Can you imagine? He's now like, yeah, our sexual tension, it ain't even really there like that. Like, we don't have a flow. Somehow Leah heard that as she's an ogre. He never said that, girl. He just said that there wasn't a flow. And then he says, matter of fact, you also talk over me, and I don't like that. Also, I'm here crying, and you're not asking me how I feel. You just keep on talking. Sorry? How did this become about you? How did this become about you? You are the one who technically betrayed Leah. You are the one who's supposed to be held accountable here. How have we now flipped the script on Leah? So this man starts crying and crying and going around. And from the preview, I wanted to say, you know what? Maybe he's actually having a mental breakdown, and like the psych team needs to step in and do something. No, he's an absolute manipulator.
I literally don't know how it got here.
Kind of like how my dog hides under the bed after he's peed on the couch.
Kaylor and Rob do the same thing, where they think the tears will trump anything else that's going on in the conversation so that they won't have to be held accountable. How many times has Aaron tried to say, and Aaron has his faults too, but how many times has Aaron tried to speak to Kaylor, and as soon as her feet get held to the fire, she starts to cry. And then what happens? He now has to console Kaylor. Same thing is happening here with Rob. He is supposed to be the one who's being held accountable. He starts to cry, and now it is Leah's responsibility to console him. She even apologized. Leah, what are you apologizing for? Tell the class, because I don't know what you're apologizing for. You're not in the wrong here, okay? In my opinion. Some of you might disagree, but I don't feel like Leah's in the wrong. So the way that he managed to flip this, and then, oh my gosh, I feel like my head's gonna explode. So later on in the night, you have Hannah who feels, this is where she says, I feel like I'm in the friend zone. Yes, girl, you are. Leah wants to sleep outside, and then Serena joins her outside. But why did one of the women, I think it was the Bombshells, say to Rob, we love you, Rob? His act worked. It actually worked. The way that I was livid when one of those girls said that, I'm like, there's no way you think Rob is the victim in this situation. It was truly masterful. I have to give it to him. So in the morning, Rob says that he's frustrated because he was crying and Leah just kept sitting there explaining herself. Yeah, because your tears are not going to erase the issue. Sorry, that's not how it works. So anyways, Hakeem says that he wants to give Liv a proper chance. However, later on, he starts speaking to Nicole. So I don't know what happened to that. She, being Liv, finally made Hakeem the breakfast that she had promised him. So maybe Liv was starting to warm up to Hakeem, but it looks like that's not going to last for long. Leah says, regardless of the tears, he made it clear who he would rather spend time with, he being Rob. So she's hurt by that. She's like, you spent the whole day with this girl. Came and talked to me for a split second and then went back to go and talk to her. It is clear that I'm not your priority. She's clocking it. And Rob is still trying to make her think that whatever she's thinking is not true. Oh gosh, the gaslighting is crazy. So Rob talks to Andrea about the breakdown, and he says the biggest issue with Leah is that she didn't care about his feelings, even though he was in the wrong.
She just started going right back in, telling me how she felt. And like
Yeah.
when I clearly was very vulnerable, I just kind of lost it and I started crying.
No way.
Didn't even ask me how I felt or
Yeah.
what was going on or like anything.
Yeah.
Also, I haven't ejaculated in a really long time.
You're like, so that's an issue.
I just
yeah.
think that it clears my mind a little bit, and I just
Yeah. Yeah.
in here
Yeah.
you can't spare feelings. Like
Yeah,
you have
I
to be
know.
honest.
Yeah.
It is so crazy how Andrea was eating this up. Because she's like, yeah, she says this to Nicole later on. Leah didn't validate his feelings and he obviously was going through a lot, and I'm going to be the person who's there to like hear him out and understand where he's coming from and stuff like that. Oh, you think he's not going to do the same thing to you? You think if there is a situation where he's supposed to be held accountable, he's not going to pull the trump card, start to cry, and then turn the issue on you? It's working in your favor because you're the other woman. But there will be a time where you are the main, and then there is another woman. I hope you feel the same way. I really hope you do. I was so annoyed with her when she was basically saying, oh, Leah just doesn't understand. Did you hear the things that he was saying to Leah? Did you see how he flipped the conversation on her completely? And then later on, guys, he's talking to Leah and he's like, why'd you sleep outside? And she's like, you said you wanted your space. He's like, I never said that. Okay. I swear he asked for time to process things. You were in the friggin' pool where nobody could see you. And now you're talking about, oh, you didn't want no space for me? Clearly you did. You would have almost drowned to get that space from me. Sir, be absolutely for real. And then Leah, oh gosh, I was standing her throughout this episode until this point, but then I stand her again at the end. Because she was like, oh, I'm sorry. I thought I did what I thought was best for our couple. And she did apologize. She didn't call him out on the things that he said. No, actually, she did call him out on the things that he said to her, but he was acting like he never said those things. He was like, I never talked about our sexual chemistry. I didn't say Yo, this guy is crazy. Then we see Serena, as if this episode could not get more confusing. She's now like, Cordell has been giving me my space. And in this time away, I feel like I kind of like him again.
I can't have my man constantly like being up under me. Yeah.
We love that.
He's respecting my boundaries. Like
And now he's back on the radar. We love that.
It is what it is. Like I don't know what the hell could happen in this villa.
You gave her space, now she feels like she can blossom and open now. You see what I'm saying? Like you're back on her radar. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you talking. So I'm just pretending like you ain't even tell me, so I don't try to change up anything.
So because the man now doesn't see you as a romantic partner, he hasn't really been talking to you like that. He hasn't been flirting with you. Now is the time that you find him attractive. I mean, she did say friendship is the basis of her relationships. She really wants to cultivate that before diving into romance. And I guess this is what that is. But Cordell seems to be a lover boy, in my opinion. So I feel like one of them's gonna have to compromise, or they're both gonna have to find some kind of middle ground between what is enough, what is too much. He's gonna be full on. He's that kind of guy. She's gonna be recluse. It seems like she's that kind of girl. Bring back Coy at this point, because apparently Coy said he likes the pace that Serena was going at, and it seems like them two was just gonna stare at each other blankly the entire time together, because that's what she likes.
Speaking of Coy, have you guys seen his mom going off on social media on behalf of her son? Scary business. Listen, to have to deal with a nonchalant guy and an overbearing mother, oh my goodness, my biggest nightmare. It now makes sense why in the show Janae said, I hope his mom isn't like mad at me or whatever. Well, Janae, she is.
She likes Cordell not talking to her. That's when she felt the most attracted to him. Oh my gosh. I don't even understand what's going on here. Hakeem speaks to Nicole. Don't remember what that conversation was about. Oh no, I do. One, I want to commend Hakeem for finally putting down the performance voice. He's speaking like a normal person, and Nicole was eating it up. She says in this conversation that she typically goes for the ugly guys, but in her eyes, they're gorgeous. And then he's like, oh yeah, well, you know, Hakeem is here. Did he just admit to being ugly? Or did he just accept, yeah, I'll be your ugly guy? I was like, this is weird. But okay, let's move on. At the recoupling, they're throwing a little twist, and I really like this twist. So the two bombshells get to choose who they want to recouple with. However, the guys get to step up if they want to be recoupled with. So the guys who step forward are Kendall, Cordell, Hakeem, and Rob. Ultimately, it was Andrea who chose Rob, and Nicole chose Kendall. And baby, chaos.
I'm sorry. Oh my God.
Fuck.
There are three things that absolutely sent me into orbit. Number one, when Andrea picked Rob, he kissed her in front of everybody, and I said, you're actually an asshole. This must have been the reason why they brought him back, because I was struggling to understand what about Rob was so intriguing. He was an asshole even back then. Anyway, sorry, let me stop saying that word. Number two, all three guys, Hakeem, Kendall, and Cordell, are blushing when Nicole is giving her speech. This guy makes me laugh and he makes me feel good. All three of them, how you know she talking about you? All three of you are laughing. There's no way it applies to all three of you. Oh gosh. And then the cherry on top. I loved that Leah kept herself composed, because we knew, I knew she was gonna cry, but she didn't. She didn't cry. Instead, she cussed that man out. I said, yes, girl. Yes, girl. I loved it. Yeah, because F you for real. F you. You treated me like a freaking rag doll. You acted like I was a freaking idiot. And now here I am looking stupid at the expense of whatever game you're playing. Yeah, F you. F you. For real. And then in this next episode, oh Lord, I'm being choked, child. In this next episode, Liv is kicking off. Janae is crying. Leah's pissed off. Makes sense. Everything is just going haywire. I don't understand what's going on. We don't even get to watch it until Thursday. Oh my gosh. Am I traveling on Thursday or am I traveling on Friday? One of these days I'm traveling, so I don't know when I'll get the video out. But just know I'm going to be sad, because what the hell is going on Love Island USA? Okay? I love the chaos, but good God, I'm confused. I'm lost. Anyways, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Oof. And I'll see you in the next one. I don't know what just happened. I don't know what just... Is this even how I part my hair? Is it like this? How do I do it? Does it matter? Guys, I hate how predictable I am. Because one of you subscribers on Discord said that I'm going to be in tears watching this. And you're absolutely correct. I don't know what to do with myself. What did we just watch?